The conventional thinking used to be daydreaming just meant you were lazy and lacked focus. Now people can say they're just trying to give their brain a workout. A new study suggests that when your mind wanders, brain activity actually increases. Linda Aylesworth has more.
We all daydream. In fact, we do it a lot. 1/3 of our waking hours, our minds are wandering.
There's going to be a time-locked thing that occurs after every generated block.
Here at the Cognitive Neuroscience Department at UBC, researchers have made a science out of daydreaming, something that we have much to learn about.
Is 13 going to be too long for them? Because we could have a 3-second tracing instead.
We can have 3.
Yeah.
We know much more about other kinds of thinking and the 2 networks in our brains that we use to do it. The default network is the one we use for easy tasks, and the executive network is the one these scientists are using right now.
And that's the part of the brain that helps us solve difficult problems, make executive decisions. And it's a very important part of the brain, but that's the one that would become activated if I'm specifically trying to solve a problem.
You could just go back to here. And then
you might think that doing this makes our brains work a lot harder than, say, doing this, daydreaming. If so, you're in good company.
most people think that mind wandering isn't a good thing, but I guess there's a lot of anecdotal evidence where artists and scientists describe coming up with their creative products or insights when they were mind wandering.
It's true. Mark Twain credits his daydreams for helping him come up with the classic novel Huckleberry Finn. Famed architect Frank Lloyd Wright daydreamed so intensely, he had to be yelled at to snap him out of it. And Thomas Edison, one of the greatest inventors of all time, daydreamed so much his teachers thought his brain was addled. Then there's Albert Einstein.
His own reports were that he used to let his mind wander a lot during when he was thinking about problems, or including, arriving at his theory of relativity.
Professor Christoff and her team decided to find out exactly what happens in our brains when our minds wander. And so they recruited volunteers to go into a functional MRI and, well, daydream.
The really surprising and interesting finding from our study is that what we see happening during mind wandering, both networks go up, which is really interesting because it suggests that, well, first of all, the brain is very far from being turned off. It's turned on quite extensively.
So instead of just using the executive network in our brain, represented by those small orange spots, all of this was being used, both networks, at the same time, something the brain just doesn't do, or at least we didn't think so before. So the next time someone asks you, do you daydream?
Do I? Maybe.
Don't be embarrassed, be proud. You're a member of a prestigious club of great thinkers, including the creator of Post-it notes, who came up with the idea while daydreaming during choir practice.